All right. In a rare turn of events, the tea is in fact still brewing, if you can believe it. I know you might not be able to. I know that might be difficult, but the tea is in fact still brewing. I wasn't sure if I wanted tea. I was thinking about it. I wasn't sure, and then I was like, you know what? We'll go for it. So it's still being made live, right in front of your imagination. Which I guess is probably, I guess that's how most of the things that I do happen, is in front of your imagination. You don't actually see them happening. You just have to imagine that they're happening. You just have to think about what it would be like if they were happening. You can't hear that. You can't hear the dripping as I pull out the tea. No, I'll put it on my little, hold on, I'll put it on my little mushroom coaster. Could you hear that? Some nice tea ASMR. Some nice Tasmer. Anyway. Anyway. I say, as I'm not quite ready to do the transition. There we go. There we go. Oh, wait, I'm still not ready to do it. Hold on. I forgot a crucial element. I'm still not ready to do it. Oh, there we go. Now we do this. And then we do this. Click on these things. There we go. Hello, hi. How's everybody doing? How's it going? What up, Stone? What up, Phineas? What if anybody else who might be out there? Oh man, it's been a long time since I've seen the boomer. It's been a long time since the boomer emote's been used. I feel like I probably don't count as a boomer. I don't know what I count as. I feel like I probably don't fit very neatly into those types of categories if I had to guess. I feel like I don't know. I'm not sure if I count as any of those things, but I have a feeling I probably don't. I'm a millennial. I don't mean like literally. I mean like spiritually. I know I'm literally not a boomer. I meant in terms of my vibrational frequency, not my not my actual literal age. That's easy. That one's an easy one to answer. I know that one. I know that one. This is probably way too hot to drink, still. I really want to though. It's sitting right in front of me. It's tantalizing me. It's teasing me with its delicious aroma. Anyway, what did we do last night? We played Endocopia. I forgot to look up if that's a real word. I have doubt it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I have a feeling it's not, but it could be. It might be a made up word too. No, it's not a real word. I had a feeling it wasn't. I was hoping it was. I like words that are real or made up words that sound real, that are like an honest attempt to make up a real word, you know? Not just like nonsense. That game is good so far though. I'm enjoying it. I've got some I've got some minor little issues, but nothing serious. It's been a very enjoyable experience so far. I'm very interested to see where it goes. I really am not sure what's going to happen. Ooh, I think I got the brew timing just right tonight. I think I got the brew timing pretty spot on. That's a pretty darn good cup of tea. As opposed to all those bad curries. What up, Noel? You mean from Romeo's Dead Man? I almost wanted to say Romeo is a Juliet again, but that's something different. Which sounds better? Romeo is a Juliet or Juliet is a Romeo? Is that a real visual novel or are you just saying it sounds like one? I could see that being real. I did not like that mini game. That was not the Curry mini game in that game was not a good one. All right. See you later, I guess. I'm starting later than usual tonight. Not for any particular reason. I was just kind of like I was delayed today. I was delayed by Persona 5. I started playing Persona 5 and I just really wanted to play it, so I played a lot of that today. And it delayed my normal pre-stream activities by quite a bit. So that's why I started later than usual. But tonight we're going to be doing some drawing. Nothing special. Nothing. We're going to be doing some very standard fare. We're not going to be doing anything uh, especially out of the ordinary. I was just doing some random doodling the other night. I just wanted to do something not too serious. Something nice and light. Something very expected, you know? That didn't really take too much effort or too much thought, I suppose. Thinking is really the biggest effort when it comes to this kind of thing, at least for me. It's the actual thinking that requires the most power, that it consumes the most energy. I gotta turn my fan on. It's hotter in here than I expected. It wasn't that hot out today, but inside it tends to accumulate, I guess. All right. I feel pretty good though, all things considered. Despite the fact that I stayed up, despite the fact that I streamed way too much last night, despite the fact that I ended up streaming way more than I probably should have. I don't actually feel like I have been adversely affected by that, I must say. So that's good. That was nice. What did I want to listen to? I had an idea earlier about what I wanted to listen to, but I don't know. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Do I still want to listen to that? I think so. Do I not have it downloaded? Oh my god. Really? I don't have it downloaded? What a fool I am. What a foolish creature I happen to be. What the heck? I feel like this has almost certainly happened before. We have to correct this immediately. We have to make sure that this doesn't happen again. We have to make up for the sins of the past. I know this is probably not the most exciting while I quietly organize files in the background, but you know, let me just make sure I have. Now I need to make sure I have the year that all of these came out accurate for my really cool filing. So I make sure that everything is filed away properly. That's not where my music goes. This is where my music goes. Fuck, I really do need to buy more storage or like I don't know. I don't know if I really even can be clearing out too much. I don't know if there's even too much left to clear out. I feel like I do that every once in a while, but we're getting pretty thin. The amount of stuff on this computer that I don't use is there's not a lot at this point. I might have to just bite the bullet soon and get some more memory. I really don't want to do that, but I don't know if I have a choice. I mean, I guess I always have a choice, you know? I could just stop downloading things. I guess that's the other option. I'll just stop downloading things. All right. Now we can get to the actual meat of the stream, which isn't very different from the skin, I guess. I guess the opening segment would be the skin of the stream. If what happens, if the main body of it is the meat, then I guess this would be the skin. Shit. Right. Alright. Tonight we're working on nothing special. Just a character that I drew. Not for any particular purpose or reason, just because I felt like it. Just because I felt like it. I do think I want to make the smoke a little. I guess I didn't finish sketching the tail. I do kind of want to make the smoke look a little different, though. I do think I kind of want it to, like... I think I want it to, like... Maybe go this way. No, I think, yeah, hold on. I gotta think about this for a second. Yes, I really like this artist. Bye to... I definitely, I don't know. I feel like this has probably happened multiple. The fact that it wasn't in Fubar already makes me feel like I've probably gone to listen to them multiple times in the past and just like been like, oh, it's not in here, and then forgotten to actually download it. I own their stuff on Bandcamp, so I think I want it to like go here and then around and then back this way to just occupy more um of negative space. You know what? We'll have the. I know what we'll do. I know what we'll do. I know what we're gonna do. What up, Sart? You think you got the hang of it now? You just need to learn anatomy and proportions and perspective and all that other shit? Yeah, me too. Me too, sister. I think you'll find that that's something that you'll probably always be learning. Even once you start to get the hang of it, you'll realize that there's always small adjustments or improvements you could be making. So don't fret. It's gonna be a long process. Yeah, sure, I'll take a gander. Mon ami. What up, Yak? What does that mean, my love? Or just my friend. I want to know how much I need to blush at you saying that. A lot or a little? Yeah, this is Twitch. What did you think it was? What did you think? Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Yeah. I understand what you're yeah, okay, I understand what you're getting at. Yeah, you're maybe getting a little bit too you're getting a little I told you you're getting a little bit too lax, mon ami. You're getting a little bit too lax. Oh, nice. It's an Ina. Oh, and we've got the process. I see. What is she looking at? Up in the top right. There's something off screen that she's looking at that we can't see. This is what the expeditions were made for those who come after. I need to play Expedition 33. I know. Yak apparently just finished it. He was telling me. Is it just because he was speaking in French that made you think that made you think about Expedition 33? It's just a pose. I see. Hey, don't bonk me. I didn't do anything deserving of a bonk. I know that's why you're doing it, but I don't think that Phineas knew that. I knew that's why you were doing it, but like I said, I just started Persona 5 yesterday. No, not yesterday, a couple days ago. I was just playing it today. So it's probably going to be a while before I get to Expedition 33, if that ever happens. And I also don't own it, so Quatre I have no idea how to pronounce the GT. Vin de nous pommes de terre. Du terre? How is that? Oh yeah, the fucking the Paul Rudd sample. Computer, boot up Celery Man, please. Another point of the game you learned was controversial. Like near the end, I'm guessing? Okay. I do not know anything about the game. As someone who, oh wait, I forgot, I can very easily find out what this actually said. What did you say? So, 99 potatoes. Oh. Is that what a de terre is? Is that a potato? It's a something of the earth. What is a palm? An apple. Potatoes are apples of the earth in French. That's interesting. I did not know that. A potato is an apple of the earth. Just know those things? Okay. I'll try to know those things. I'm definitely gonna remember for those who come after. You've said that so many fucking times. You've said that so many gosh darn times. I don't know. Are you sure it's on that level? I guess I'll find out when I play the game. If I play the game. I gotta say, I don't like the beginning of Persona 5 as much as I like the beginning of the other Persona games. Or 3 and 4. I haven't played 1 or 2. If you have if you have 3, if you have the remake of 3 and 5, I would probably say play 5 first. Because like I said, they kind of add a bunch of features usually, and they sort of improve upon like the actual. They improve upon the gameplay experience as the games go on. So I would play 5 first, because 3 Reload came out after. So I'm imagining it's gonna have improvements on 5 Royal. I would say Persona is one of those series where the gameplay improves as the series goes on pretty objectively, I guess. The story and the characters and the music and all that is like obviously purely subjective on which one you like the best. I don't like the story of Persona 5 as much as the other two, as much as 3 and 4. Sorry, I'm engaging in Persona 1 and 2 erasure, which I know is not good. It's cultural erasure. I still gotta play those at some point. I was worried about I wanted to play Persona 1 and 2 on the stream at some point, and I was like, I don't know. I know they're kind of slow and clunky. Like, I don't know if it's going to be a good idea. I played through all of the Terracore, baby, so I'm fucking invincible now. I'm like Sundowner. You can't hurt me. I've got fucking the Subterracore nano machines in my blood. I'm like Senator Armstrong. I'm just too fucking powerful now. Nothing can faze me anymore at this point. Probably not something. Probably not something that somebody who wants to grow and maintain their channel should be thinking. Oh, I played one annoying, slow, shitty game that was way too long. Now I can do that all the time. Now that I've set that precedent. But you know. You only played three and you never finished it? I see. I like three. I like the story of three the best, I think. Maybe not the story, but the atmosphere. I think I would like the story of four better, but I've already talked ad nauseum about my issues with the story of four. I do think four has the best setup. Four has the most interesting premise, for sure. I think my problem, well, I guess I won't spoil anything if you're gonna play it. Yeah, I'm curious to see what you think of it. Especially if you haven't played a Persona game before. But I feel like five isn't. I feel like five is. I guess I don't know what to say. It's not edgy enough. It's not deep enough. It's not like it presents some cool. It presents some interesting ideas, but I don't think it like really capitalizes on them. Which was my major issue with Metaphor. So I'm a little worried about Persona 6. My big problem. I feel like Metaphor has that issue as well, but much worse than Persona 5. I feel like Persona 5 wants to be posing these tough, very deep philosophical questions, but then stops just short of like actually doing anything interesting with them. But I suppose I'll be able to elaborate on that more as I play the game. I haven't played through it since it came out, so it's been a long time. I've never played Royal, so I don't really even know what they added. I know that they add story stuff. I think they no, they added a therapist character. They added a new character who's your therapist. I think that's important to the show. Not the show, the story. But I don't know anything about what his relevance is. 2016. God damn. So actually 10 years ago. We're just shy of 10 years on Persona 5. People also ask, is Persona 5 the longest game ever? No. Your other homie's been playing 3 for months now. That's the other caveat. That's the other thing I gotta tell you up front. The beginning is very slow. It takes a while. It takes a while to actually like get everything introduced. But at the same, like I would, if when you first play the game, I would honestly make sure you have at least 2 to 3 hours to play it in one sitting, just to like get through most of the introduction, because it does start off very slow. But the game also is like 100 hours long, like bare minimum. Yes, there is that game. I forget what it's called, but yes. What would I say is the longest game ever? I have no idea. I really don't know. Septerra Core sure felt like the longest game ever, but it was pretty standard JRPG length, so that one doesn't count. Yes, they are very long. And they're very structured. It works on like a calendar system, so you can't even really speed that up. I was about to say, I wouldn't really count that unless you're like, yeah, if you're literally just waiting. I guess we also, I would have to, I think we would have to exclude games that don't have games that don't have like a definitive ending, you know? Like Dwarf Fortress, obviously, you could play for thousands of hours and still be seeing new stuff, but it doesn't actually end, you know? It doesn't actually have an ending. And then stuff like incremental games or like idle games like Cookie Clicker or like Kitten's Game or something like that. Those obviously last a really long time, but you're not really playing them most of that time, and they don't really end, you know? Yeah, main story where it's like, there's like an actual plot that progresses and like you're doing different things and going to different places and like new stuff is happening, you know? There's an actual ongoing plot that's like consistently being developed. Or at least consistently like, you know, consistently introducing new content, new stuff to experience. It put Persona in the top three. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that it's up there. When you're using more strict criteria like this. Library of Arena was above it. I've heard that that game is. I was about to say, I've heard that that game is very long, and I've also heard that it's absurdly difficult. I think the reason that one's so long is because it can be absurdly difficult. And like I forget exactly how it works, but you need to like in order to fight bosses and things like that, you need like materials to do it. Like you basically have to put up an ante to fight the bosses. And if you don't beat the boss, then you have to get all that shit again to challenge it again. I forget exactly, like I don't know exactly what the how it works, but it's like yeah, you like need stuff. And if you don't win, then you need to grind out that stuff again. And like I said, it's supposed to be pretty fucking hard. So chances are you're probably going to have to be doing that a lot. I do want to play that game though. I gotta play Lobotomy Corporation first. I do have that, but I've never beaten it. Is Red Dead 2 that long? I did not know that. I did not know Red Dead 2 is that long. Thank you for the hearts. I'm assuming those are for me. I don't know though. I gotta ask. I gotta be clear. Is that salt? Don't salt me. Hello, Minty. They like the home taping sign? Good. It's important to know that. I wouldn't want you to be feeling this music. That you're listening to this music for free. Do you know how fucked up that is? I have that in real life. I bought like a, I don't know, I bought like a cassette or something and it came with a little insert that has that printed on it. It's not exactly, it's edited, but I do have that sign up in real life too. I should get like a nicer one or like a sticker. Hold on. Is there a, can I get like a vinyl sticker of that? I'm sure I can. Yeah. Yeah, I need to get one of these. The best dynamic is femboy and tomboy. I see. It's not bad. It's a good one. I don't know. I don't really read much romance. I don't really read or watch much romance, so I don't know. I'm not sure what my favorite dynamic would be. I don't know if I could give you a good answer. Let's experiment with our line weight here. Let's have a little bit of a break here. I mean, I think more of my I think my the only dynamics that I guess the dynamics I think about are more of in a sexual context, but you don't need to know about that. You don't need to we don't need to talk about those. Why? I'm gonna get carried away. I don't know. My filter's been eroding lately. I don't know how to keep it reined in. If you look at the art that I make, you can probably guess though. If you've seen the type of artwork that I draw, you can probably guess. Maybe. I'm a big fan of the human on non-human dynamic in all of the various forms that can take. All of the different variations on that one. That's my go-to. Hello. Hello, whoa. How's it going? Is this? No, okay. I got confused. I confused myself for a moment. Yes, I don't need to continually be reiterating my incredible lust for things like werewolves and dragons and other sorts of that nature. It would be very embarrassing. You don't need to hear about that. You don't need to know about such disgusting things, such shameful utterances as that. I would never admit to anything like that on the stream. I really do have to get better at drawing hands. I think that's what I'm gonna do this week. I'm gonna really focus on drawing hands. I'm gonna do a lot of practicing this week, hopefully, and try to develop that habit of. I'm reaching one of those points where I'm like, I gotta be better. I gotta improve my artistic abilities. They're frustrating me lately. How can I draw all that hot werewolf porn if I don't know how to draw a fucking finger? I'm swearing a lot tonight. I feel like I've been swearing a lot more than usual lately. I don't know why. Think my hands are good? Thank you. They're not terrible. They're decent, but they could definitely be better. And they just take me it just takes me too long. If you saw me actually like doing sketching, like the actual sketches and things like that, if you saw that, it definitely just takes too long. I did try to make this look a bit more angular, which I do like that. Does that look okay? Dangular? Maybe. I thought you were with a friend. I thought you were entertaining a friend. Don't be listening to me. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, you allowed him to go to bed? I see. Ah. You like how the harder you push it, the thicker it draws the line? It is nice. It does feel good. Yeah, I don't know. It is very sensitive. It's a pretty impressive little piece of software or a little piece of hardware, you know? I was gonna give her some bracelets. I don't feel like doing that anymore now that I've forgotten. Did you find anything good? Did you find anything interesting in the Itch.io oddities? Is this where you get your recommendations for games from now? I mean, is that a bad thing? You wouldn't get your you wouldn't get your opinions from an online personality, would you? Maybe? Okay. Who is this character? Nobody in particular. Just a reimagining just a reimagining of a character that I drew for the very first issue of Torture Closet many, many, many years ago. I've been wanting to do a reinterpretation. And we've been talking about big ears and fluffy tails lately, so I wanted to do something with that as well. Very fiery. Who, the character? Or me? Not me. Or are you eating some spicy noodles in the background? I mean, gushing about of the killer? I guess so. I mean, look, I get gush about of the killer all the time too. It's a good ass game. The character? I guess so. I'm not really imagining her as having a fiery personality. I could work that into it. I was imagining more like casual, a little blasé, a little casual, kind of vulgar, kind of teasing, a little smug perhaps, but in an endearing way. Maybe that's what happens if you get on her bad side. Oh, okay. I see. How dare you be giggling? This is a nice track. I haven't been commenting on the music too much tonight. I feel like that's been the majority of my speaking over the past few draw streams. I think I'm just incredibly easy to fluster in general. People just haven't really been trying that much lately. It's very easy to, pretty much anybody can do it if they really, not even if they really put their mind to it, if they just sort of put their mind, if they just very casually try, it usually works. Oh, oh. Now let's see here. How much of this am I gonna get done tonight? I don't know what that's a sample of, but I really wish I knew. I wish I knew what that was. I need to get back to my. I need to start my of the Killer replay. I need to get back to that game. I need to go back. I need to structure my. I need to structure my time a little better. As I'm always saying, but it's true. That I wasn't playing games anymore. I'm playing games with intention. I shouldn't be, but I'm gonna try to play them with intention. That's what I'm saying. If I use my time more wisely, I'll be able to play games. I'm never coming back to Marathon. I don't know. My desire to play it lately has not been. It's been non-existent. I do kind of want to go back to Deadlock. I'm feeling a Deadlock craving. Although, as I was saying last night, I'm feeling very, like, I don't know, reclusive. I'm feeling very, like, yeah, less wanting to do anything social, though. Like, even, like, talk to people, I guess. I'm just not, like, I don't know. I'm feeling very hermetic. I've always had a very low tolerance for that kind of thing. So, I think I've definitely been. I'm overdrawn. My bank account is overdrawn. Oh, I guess that's the end. Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of, it's just like, I don't know. I just think about it and whenever it pops up in my head, I'm just like, do I really want to do this right now? And the answer is pretty much always no. The answer usually comes back a very firm, not really. I'm sorry to say. Can't have shit on Talsetti. No, didn't you see the latest? Didn't you see their latest statement? They were like, everything's great. Everything is really good and fine. That huge fucking lie that they published. Yeah, man, player retention's really high. Plus, I think the mental burden of this coming up every time we talk about the game is like, it's just too much, man. I just don't, it just happens every time, you know? It's every single time the game gets brought up. I just can't do it anymore. I just can't do it anymore. New secret room discovered in Fez. Oh man. Remember Fez? Does anybody remember Fez? Do I remember Fez? I'm not sure. I don't even know if I remember Fez, to be honest with you. Do I remember Fez? I'm not sure. I might not. Fez playthrough when? Is Fez like on Steam? Can I do a Fez playthrough? It was an interesting game. When I was growing up in Connecticut, there's like a Pez museum. Pez headquarters is in like fucking Connecticut, and I would always go by it. Yeah, it's in Orange, Connecticut. The Pez Visitor Center. I don't even know if I ever went there. There's a fucking Pez museum in Orange, Connecticut. I'm sure I must have gone there. Okay, yeah, the factories there too. All right. I must have been there at least like once, but like I don't fucking remember anything about it. It is on Steam? Alright. I don't know. Maybe we will do a Fez playthrough one day. Maybe we will. It's a very puzzle-heavy game, and it's been so long since I played it, I don't, like, remember anything about it. So I definitely it would basically definitely be a fresh playthrough because I do not remember anything about that game. I'm doing that thing where I just kind of sit here delaying the break for no real reason. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna take a break, and I will be back in a few minutes. Oh wait, I need to do this. I keep forgetting to do this. This is the thing that I need to do. There we go. I also keep forgetting to buy a copy of Lupin Louis. That's really the number one thing that I need to do is I need to get myself a copy of Lupin frickin' Louis. Okay, anyway, actual break happening now. See you in like 5. Oh man. I'm here. I'm here. I have returned. Don't worry. I know you probably were worried, but there's no reason to be. I know that you probably were, but don't fret. I have returned. Or I guess be worried that I've returned. That might be a reason to be worried. I'm not sure. That might be a reason to be concerned in and of itself. I don't know. I need to chug some water. I was gonna burp and then I didn't. Oh my god. Oh, that's not good. Ooh. I need to make some stickers too. I don't know why. I've been really wanting to do that lately. I've been really wanting to make some stickies. I feel like that would be fun. As I've said, I have a means of like making them now. I have a means of making stickers, so I just have to test to see if my printer is good. I don't know if my printer's like good enough to. I don't know why it wouldn't be, but I don't really know if that's like if that really matters that much. Do a test. I have to do a test. If I were to make stickers, what would people want to see? What kinds of stickers would people want? I have some ideas of my own, but I'm curious. I'm curious as to what the viewing public would be interested in. I have my own ideas, but as with most of my ideas, I don't know if anybody would like them except me. As with most of the ideas that I have, I'm not entirely sure if they hold any appeal outside of my own brain. They certainly don't feel like they do. So I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what the logistics of like selling things is either, but it can't be that hard. There's probably like a million and one different like automated storefronts that you can figure out. Although I guess I would probably have to set up the PO box again. I don't think I want I do I mean I would want to have like a return address or something. I don't think I want people to know my actual address and real name. I guess I could always just put like a my uh like my like a company name or something, you know? But I don't think I want to use my actual address. I don't think people need to know that. Whoa, why is all of this information? Why is all the tagging on this super fucked up? Why does it list? Why does it list the artist twice on like everything? There we go. That was bizarre. Do I actually want to listen to this right now? Hold on, let me test. No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm quite feeling it. Not while I'm streaming. Now I'm streaming at the very least. Too distracting. Too distracting. There we go. There we go. Now we can return to the drawing dimension. The nightmarish hell realm of my own creation, known as the drawing dimension. Chat, are we freaky? What up, Lua Thundergok? I mean, it seems like there's at least one member of the chat right now that's confirmed freaky, if that name is anything to go by. Do you mind if I just call you Lua? I guess I could also just go with Thundergok, but that seems a little... That seems a little personal. Lou is alright? Okay. Are you looking at people? Are you looking at people's fucking account? What's going on here? Did something about that username set off alarm bells in your mind? Best coding language? I see. I'm not a coder, so I wouldn't know. You don't need to take precautions. I'm the only one that needs to take precautions, and I don't. So, I think I'm probably the freakiest person, at least among present company. At least within, at least on the Twitch stream, I'm probably the freakiest one. And even then, I feel like I'm not that freaky. But people tell me otherwise, so I don't know. People tell me otherwise, so I don't know. I suppose I suppose earlier I was talking about my immense attraction to non-human creatures. But I don't know if that even really I don't know. I have no frame of reference for this stuff anymore. I have really no frame of reference for what counts as weird at this point in my life. I have absolutely no idea. I like Spin a lot. I always forget how much I like them. I think I like them better than Vane FM. They share some members. I think I like them better than Vane, but I haven't listened to Vane in a while, so I don't know. Like werewolves or planes with boobs. Definitely more in the werewolf category. Werewolf was one of the examples I used earlier. Definitely more into the large beast category. Not really the. Oh, hold on. I know what the word is. I remember. I know what the word is. Aeromorphs. That's what they call them. The anthropomorphic planes are aeromorphs. Not so much that. Not so much the mechanical shit. But I am willing to try just about anything once. I am willing to try just about anything once, so, you know. If I was propositioned by a plane with boobs, I wouldn't say no. I don't think I would say no. I can't say that I really I can't say that I really know. I don't know if I really see the appeal right now, but I'm willing to have my opinion changed on the matter. The mechanical is less my personal proclivity, I must say. Also, I don't mean to offend. I don't mean this in an offensive way, but the account being created within the past few months, somebody who has Thundergawk in their name, I feel like they may have caught a ban previously. Something about the username leads me to believe that this is a person who has perhaps crossed a line or two in the past that Twitch was not very happy about. But I don't know. You lived as a normie your whole life. After you started using X, you became a freak. Well, you're among good company. And by that I mean me. I think I've always been a freak, I just never really expressed it. I was a closeted freak. Now I'm much more openly a freak. You know, not to use like derogatory language. I'm more sex positive than I used to be. I'm more self-confident and less ashamed of myself than I used to be. I am still very much ashamed of myself and not confident, but It's not as bad as it used to be. No, see, I was in the process of elaborating. I was in the process of elaborating. I've never used TikTok. I managed to avoid the TikTok. It just doesn't do it for me. That type of short form content just isn't really for me, I gotta say. I don't know, I kind of want to do the hair a little differently. I want to make it even more complicated than I usually do. I want to make it even more detailed than I usually do. I didn't even know you could stream on TikTok. You missed me on Thursday. My immediate response to that was going to be why, but that's not a serious one. That's a cheeky. That was what I initially wanted to say. Something important is coming up? Oh. Oh. What do people stream on TikTok? What's going on over on TikTok? The only experience I have with that website is people. I had a friend. I mean, I have a friend, but he used to send me TikTok. I've only ever gotten TikTok sent to me by other people. It seems like there's some wacky shit going on over there. I don't know. If there's important stuff that's about to happen, maybe I'll join the next session. I feel like I have to now. My progress feels very slow tonight. I don't know. I'm not sure why. I'm not really sure why. I mean, it feels slow because it is slow. I don't know why it's slow, I guess. It doesn't sound very enthusiastic. It's not. I don't feel very enthusiastic. I'm very much lacking in enthusiasm lately. I mean, I don't think I want you to do that. I don't want everybody to feel like they need to not play because of me. I mean, that's worse. That's not better. I gotta say, I don't know. I'm still not a huge fan of the term gawk. It's not my favorite. There's just something about it. It's not the concept. It's just the term. It's just the word. The concept I'm fine with. Enthusiastic about even. But I don't know if I would ever want it to be used in reference to me. Despite the fact that it is applicable. Do you consider it to be derogatory? I don't know if I would go that far. Although I can understand the idea. I can understand the sentiment. I can understand why somebody would say that. Fuck, dude. I don't know why. I don't know when this happened, but I've lost the ability to just enjoy drawing for its own sake. Unless I'm doing it for like a specific reason or like a greater end goal. It just doesn't. I don't know. Am I the same as them? I don't know. Am I a unique, special individual? I'm not sure. I need to stretch. I felt rigid for a second there. Ow. Ow. Okay, don't stretch like that. That was a bad stretch. Ah. I squished myself, and it did not feel good. Persona 5 has got me thinking about it's got me thinking about making a visual novel again. I keep thinking about it. I need to like actually try and like commit at least some chunk of time to fleshing something out and starting writing it. I think about it too much. I have tried in the past when I was much younger, but I have a tendency to bite off more than I can chew with these projects. Or I did have a tendency to do that. I probably do still do it, but you know, I think the current game project is probably too much, but I also think it's doable. I don't know. It definitely is too much, but I also think that we can do it. if that makes any sense. We're definitely playing on hard mode, but I think it's doable. That's kind of how I feel about the book I'm reading right now, but in the opposite direction. I feel like the book I'm reading right now, I'm in like easy reader mode. I don't know. I feel like I tend to gravitate towards shit that's like hard to digest or difficult when it comes to books. When it comes to everything, I guess. But I'm reading a much more straightforward, mass appeal type book. It's alright. I didn't do any reading today. I should have, but I just wanted to play Persona. I just wanted to play some gosh darn frickin' Persona. I don't know. I'm thinking a lot. Mostly about Cox right now. But in like a deep philosophical way. Not in a base way, in a very deep way. Nice drumming. It's got a nice pan on it. Oh. Ear fluff is always, I don't know, it's always a continual, it's another continual learning process. How exactly I want to do the ear fluff is always changing. I guess how I want to do anything is always changing now that I think about it. I guess how I want to do anything is always kind of in flux. It was a nice day today. We got some rain. It was cloudy mostly. We got some rain, but we had the classic situation where it was raining on one side of the house and sunny on the other side. You look out one window and it's just cloudy with rain pouring down. You walk you walk around, you go to a different window and it's just a nice sunny day out. That. That's me. I'm that. What up, Ed? All right. I'm doing okay. Not currently smelly. Maybe a little. Maybe a little. Also not currently a whore. I don't know. Is that something you can turn off? I'm not feeling especially whorish right now. Is that something you can just like is that permanent or is it like can I toggle that one? You'll stick a hook up my butt and pull my guts out? Oh my goodness. Somebody's in a mood tonight. I certainly don't want my guts pulled out. I definitely don't want that to happen. Yeah, that looks alright. That looks alright. You're very upset and very lonely. Oh, well, that seems like the perfect mood to be in to be watching the Alchemilia Petrichor stream. You have two extra large pizzas? You only got through 2 slices? I mean, your stomach literally shrinks and grows as you eat more or less. So if you haven't been eating a lot, then you might be physically unable to, you know, you probably don't need to eat a lot if you've been dieting intensely. Well, yeah, that's probably what it is then. That's almost certainly not permanent. Okay, yeah, I could see why you probably aren't eating, you're not able to eat very much then. How many calories is a slice of pizza? Let's find out. Slice of pizza calories. 285 calories on average. Oh wow, they list a bunch of different brands. Papa John's, Domino's, DiGiorno. So yeah, a single slice of pizza is about twice as many calories as you seem to be consuming on average lately, so I can understand why you're probably not able to eat that much. There's a little thing in my drink. Is that a gnat? I think it might be. Get out of there. It's not coming out. Hold on. It's like I think I've broken it up into pieces. Is it? I don't even know if there's is that a thing? I think there's is that a bubble? I don't even know what that is. Whatever. Don't don't do things like that. Don't come in here and say things like you haven't been eating and you're feeling very tired. I mean, I guess you did eat, but don't tell me to worry about it. Don't say things like that and then tell me to worry about it, because I will worry about it. You'll make me very worried. That's not good. It's not very conducive to an enjoyable stream. What do I want to listen to? Maybe this? Possibly? It seems like it might be good. Seems like it might be how I'm feeling right now. Whoa. Deep bass. Deep bass. Vibrating the depths of my pussy. I'm glad you're here too, bud. What happened since you last appeared? The same feeling you get when your drunk cousin's stepsister's dog talks to you. Is the dog drunk or is the cousin drunk? Who's drunk here? I'm drunk? No, not yet. Maybe later, but not right now. Not currently. I don't know. We're just drawing. When was the last time you were here? When was the last time that you appeared? I feel like it's been a while, but I don't remember exactly. I feel like the last appearance was brief. So, what was the last thing you remember seeing me do? What was the last thing you remember seeing happen on the Alchemilia Petra stream? You remember being in an art stream. Okay. Do you remember what the art was? We can narrow this down. And we can figure this out. Total propagander? I've never heard that before. Is that a real phrase? What was the gift? Maybe I'll recognize the movie. I always lose it and give up and also never do coloring. I don't ever do coloring on the stream, that's true. At least not on these streams. I really don't like doing the coloring on stream. That's what I'm saying. I want to see if I recognize it. It's a black and white one. Unfortunately, there's a lot of movies that are in black and white, so that doesn't really help. There are a lot of movies that are in black and white, so I mean that narrows it down a little bit, but not a lot of it. Was it Harakiri? Was it the movie named after Ritual of Suicide, Harakiri? Which is a very good movie. that I highly recommend that is about samurai. I gotta watch that one. That's a good ass movie. I remember I remember watching that, and the first time I watched it, I had a very like I think it's like as close to a structurally perfect movie as I've ever seen. It's a very well constructed movie. There's only one part of it that I didn't really like where there's the villain character. There's like a bad guy who like does a bad thing and then he laughs in an evil way. And that felt a little bit over the top for the rest of the movie. That felt a little bit like, they didn't really need to do that. He didn't really need to do that. But that was about the only flaw I can remember finding with the film. Oh, I see. It was a deal so good you just had to get it. A deal so good you're losing money if you don't buy it. I understand. I was about to say I don't actually know what WD-40 means. I did not know that there was a WD-38, but it stands to reason that there would be. I know what WD-40 is, but I don't actually know what the literal meaning of that term is. I'm imagining its applications are much more niche, considering I've never heard of it before. But I'm also not much of a handy person. I'm not much of a handy bat, so Water Dick 40. I feel like that's probably not it. It might be. I don't know for sure, but I feel like that's probably not it. Water Deramorphosine 40. Okay. This does not look good. I don't like it. Water Displacement 40. Okay. So then is the number a rating of how strong the displacement is? Is that what it means? I don't know. I don't like this. This is not working out in the way that I would like it to. Wait, what if I something like this? It misplaces moisture. So if it sounds like mac and cheese, slap some 40 on that thing. Is that like a sex reference? If it's too sloppy, you slap some. I don't know. Is that what you're trying to get at? Is that like a sex thing? I'm not sure what you're trying to say. You're gonna have to be a little bit more clear on that one. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure how raunchy we're allowed to get. There was somebody here proudly advertising their Thundergawk. So, I'm not entirely sure what is allowed on Twitch or not. I guess I don't know if it was specifically in reference to. I guess I don't know if it was specifically in reference to them. Now that I think about it, that was an assumption on my part. I don't know if that was actually what they were referring to, or just a concept. Just the concept of a huge gawk. I should have asked. What are you hurting about? You're gonna go parish now? Okay. We'll see you later, Ben. I hope you enjoyed the stream. For what for what you were here for. Goodbye for now. One day I'll be good at drawing. Maybe. It's entirely possible. I hope so. I hope one day I can get there. I guess when I say that, I'm more referring to my own mentality, you know? I'm more referring to the idea that hopefully one day I'll be satisfied with my level of skill. It's more like, how do I put this? It's more like I do hope that other people enjoy my artwork. I want other people to enjoy my artwork, obviously, but at the same time, I also kind of don't care what they think. At the same time, other people saying like, "Oh, your artwork's really good," like doesn't make me think that it's good. Like obviously, it feels nice to hear that, and I want other people to enjoy it, even if I don't. But it isn't the end goal. The end goal is my own personal satisfaction, and I don't know if I'll ever get there. The end goal is my own personal sense of fulfillment, and it doesn't feel like I'll ever get there. This is a good song. I like this one. This feels very much like video game music to me. That feels very much like could yeah, I don't know, some sort of like liminal, like in between space. I'm not exactly sure where it would be used, but maybe not the entry floor of the dungeon, but like the there's like a little spot right before you enter the dungeon where maybe there's like a save point or something. You know, you're not quite in town, but you're also not quite in the dungeon yet. You're sort of in between. There's a little moment of respite, but it's uneasy. Yeah, you're going up on an elevator or down on an elevator. Anyway, I really have to piss very badly, so I'll be back in a minute. This will be a quick one. We might have to take a series of quick breaks in a row. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. All right. All right. How long have I been streaming for? Okay. Did that game have an elevator? I don't even remember. I remember Let It Die being a game that I really wanted to like, but didn't. I remember Let It Die being a game that I played it and I was like, man, I really wish this game was good, but I don't think it was. I think it was one of those games where I really wanted to like it. I could imagine it being good, but I don't think it was good. I did hear about that. I think that is real, or at least potentially real. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what the difference is. I gotta play Unbeatable at some point. I really want to play that game. That was another one that I had been anticipating for a long time, but I don't know. There's too many games to play. There's too many things to do. There's too many things to do. I think I might be crashing. I think I might be crashing out. There's this guy in high school who started reading JoJo and mid-semester became convinced that there was a secret vampire planet on the other side of the sun. You later found a website for an online community of people with similar fringe beliefs. People were calling them Vlad Earthers. Now, is that real, or was it just a very convoluted excuse for a bad joke? Is that a real thing? Or was it just a really elaborate setup for a pun? Alright, I just wanted to clarify. Spoilers for Vampire Hunter D. I've only watched the movie, but spoilers for Vampire Hunter D. I recommend checking that shit out because it's cool. But it has one of the coolest concepts I've ever seen for vampires. At the end of the movie, it's revealed that the vampires are building a spaceship because they want to fly to the dark side of the moon and establish a vampire colony there because it's in perpetual darkness. I don't know if that ever happens. I don't know if they end up actually accomplishing that task, but the idea of vampire civilization, vampire colony on the dark side of the moon is like the sickest thing I've ever heard of. It's like the coolest idea ever. I'm going to guess the Vampire Hunter D came first. Vampire Hunter D is very old. I think the manga's like the 80s or something. Or maybe it was late novels. I don't know. Vampire Hunter D is pretty old. Yeah, a series of novels written by Japanese author Hideyuki Kikuchi and illustrated by Yoshitaka Amano since 1983. So, I'm guessing that came first. There was a video game? What was the game? Oh, the film was in 1985, so this was like right after it started getting published. Damn. It's a good ass movie. I should watch it again. It has one of the most unfitting but also incredible um ending themes of all time. The song that plays over the credits is like completely tonally dissonant with the rest of the film, but it's a fucking banger. It's an incredible song. What was the game? Okay. It was a 1999 PlayStation game just called Vampire Hunter D. Along with Countdown Vampires, it is one of the few survival horror games to revolve around vampires. Don't talk to me about Countdown Vampires. Shut the fuck up, Wikipedia. Don't talk to me about Countdown Vampires. Oh, very bad reviews on the Vampire Hunter D game. Really, really dire looking reviews on the Vampire Hunter D game. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know if I have a strong enough attachment to Vampire Hunter D as a property that I need to check out the game that apparently sucks. But who knows? It does not. There is no connection. I had no idea. That was just a coincidence. That was just a synchronicity. I had no idea what you were talking about when you told me about that, Minty. I did not know that that was a thing. I know there's so many things out there. It pisses me off. There's too many things. I don't like it. Ugh. I am crashing. I'm crashing very hard. I might not be able to. I might not be able to continue. I might not be able to continue streaming. I'm fading. I'm withering in the dust. I'm turning into powder. This time I am giving up, I think. At least for now. I don't feel like I made that much progress, but I definitely didn't. I definitely did not. There's still a lot to do. There's still quite a bit to do, but I think I do have to call it here. I do think I am a bit too sleepy. I do think I am a bit too sleepy. Oh, Oh. No, I don't think I have too much to say. I wish I had something to say, but I don't know if I do. I might not. I might not have anything to say. Uagav Juhaj. That may have, I don't know. I feel like I've been cursed. I think that may have killed me. I don't know if I'm gonna survive that one. That felt fatal. When I said that out loud, that felt like it was that felt terminal. I don't know if I'm coming back from that one, if I'm being honest. I don't think I'm coming back from that. But yes, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Hope everybody had a good time. I hope everybody enjoyed. I might be back tomorrow if I survive. If I make it through the night, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll hopefully be finishing Endocopia. I don't think it's supposed to be a very long game. I don't know. But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope everybody had a good time. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.